Dude, that trade worked out so well. Like I actually
Release of the
finessed that trade
century,
so
dude.
hard.
Like I was just not paying attention to like anything, honestly, the last like 5 weeks of the season. And I just like spawn and see that you have Justin Jefferson on your roster. I'm like, oh, that's
Dude,
nice.
if you didn't make that trade, all the players that you sent away would have been hurt this week.
Yeah, literally.
Cooper, Josh
Amari's out this week.
Jacobs, they're all out.
So I traded away Josh Jacobs, who's been out the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It
Uh,
was trash all year too.
Yeah.
he was mid for where I drafted him. I drafted
Don't worry, Brian
Amari.
Robinson's coming back. He was RB4 before he got injured. So, dude, I'm
That's
down
tough,
bad. Who else is even on my team? Raheed Shaheed.
He's
bro.
a
I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna bend you over this week. I'm just calling it.
jeez, man.
Anything's possible with CMC.
It's true.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Round of the playoffs. You got JJ. You got commish. You got our special guest this week, fellow finalist man himself. Welcome, Tyler. Good to have you back on the show. Nice to have you in the championship round with me, and I'm just looking forward to a action-packed week with you.
Hey, me too. I've actually never been on before, so I'm not coming back. I'm coming for the first time. Just like I'm coming for your head this week with the fantasy lineups, but it should be a good one. Your team's definitely improved a lot more over the year than mine has. I'm kind of just riding with my guys. A couple of them may be bums by now, but we could still get the job done if we put our minds to it, I think.
Got that right. We're excited to be here. Super Bowl week. Let's get right into it, everybody. Taking a little look at round 2 of the playoffs, semifinal matchups. We had Huddy taking home the victory, and of course, Tyler taking home the victory as well. Hudson, walk me through what happened this week for your boys.
This is the matchup I was waiting for. This is the upset that the locker room expected. Listen, I was a little nervous going into this game. I had Pacheco out, so I had to make a couple subs last minute. But my wide receivers did exactly what I needed them to. Jefferson and Lamb going off. Lamar had a great game, and Mueller, honestly, with a little bit of a sell. He was pretty frustrated about it. I think AJ Brown with a shit performance. A nice little 3 seed upset in the 2 seed, and just that got me in the finals. Nothing more to say.
True. Two teams that made a couple of blockbuster deals. Hudson bringing over my guy, Justin Jefferson. That worked out well for you. Whereas Jonathan Taylor from Mueller did not do the same. And on the other side of the bracket, we had Tyler taking home the victory as expected against me. My boys, I'm proud of you. You put up a fight. -1 out of the special teams and kicker does not help. But hey, I'm proud of this season. We made it just where I thought I was going to make it. Tyler, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. That picture is pretty fitting because CMC's been eating like that all season. I'll be honest, it didn't feel good going into Monday with like 52 points total because I only had like 4 people play before Christmas Day. So it was like really, really weird. But like I knew that the dogs were like waiting to come on Monday. Like all my 3 top scorers are from Monday. The team name, we lived up to it with Justin Tucker on there with the 16 points. No, but no like over performances from the squad this week. Definitely gonna need a step forward from Drake London and my man TJ Hawkinson's replacement, Isaiah Likely, if we want to win this week. But solid week last week. No complaints. I told you before the week that I was scared of Amon Ra, and I was rightfully scared of him, but that was the biggest thing that we had to overcome. So I'm proud of the squad.
Yeah, Amon Ra, he's been my boy all season. Shout out to him. And it was funny. Every time I'd open the app before Monday, I saw the score. I'm like, holy shit, I'm up 60 points. Let's go. And then I looked at your line. I'm like, oh, he still has McCaffrey. Hurts. Likely the best kicker of all time. Yeah, I'm probably going to lose. So it's exactly what happened. And we move on. Taking a look now at the consolation bracket. Nothing too exciting. A couple of good matchups. Nabil beating Scott 83-69. Love to see that. And we will have Perone versus Scott in the toilet bowl for last place officially. I know there are a lot of side bets on this ordeal, but let's see what happens.
Pretty abysmal performance. I think he had two guys out. I think he's just given up on the team. Sad to see after so much, let's just say commitment to the league this year. A lot of talk, a lot of messages getting thrown back and forth in the group chat. So not the result he was hoping for, but I don't know. Him and Perone, it's going to be a shootout. That's my most exciting matchup of the week by far.
I gotta give Perone his props. He's never gived up. Like, look at Pop Douglas on that third slot on the team. You know, he's always trying some new lineups. I gotta give him. Definitely a team that's dealt with some adversity this year.
He does. He trots them out. He pumps them up in the locker room before every game. They usually don't play well, but hey, I got to give it to him. He's a better coach than Scott's ever been.
Getting those 2 wins, that's a solid coaching performance right there. I mean, let's put it that way.
Is Scott like the only person in the league that's never made the playoffs, or like?
Well, Ollie's never made the playoffs.
Oh, okay. Right.
He might have the worst
Record.
Yeah, he might be the worst overall
3 seasons
in our
Yeah.
league history. All right. Taking a look at the bracket. We've gone over it mostly. Tyler, Hudson, 1 versus the 3, the juggernaut of the season versus the biggest up-and-comer into the Super Bowl. No one cares about this. Mueller's going to dust me in the third place game.
Hey, Jack, come on now.
He's
you got a chance,
projected
dude.
like 160 already.
Oh yeah, he had Njoku.
Yeah. And he was already projected like 25 more than me. I'm starting Zamir White in my flex.
That's not a good sign.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the lineups. Boys, if you'll do me the honors and introduce your teams, give me what you're hoping for. Keys to victory. Underdog, 3 seed. Hudson, start us off.
LaPorte Authority. Tagline for the playoffs this season has been "We will not be denied," and this team will not be denied. Talent across the board. You got MVP frontrunner Lamar Jackson, the absolute guy. Need a big performance out of him against the Dolphins this week. Pacheco going through concussion protocol, but he's expected to play, so we're hoping to get some big plays out of him. James Conner, a serviceable running back. My star power, my dangerous triple set wide receiver core in the league. I'll just say it: CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Nico Collins. That's cute. That's nice to look at. I mean, I look at that every night and just get a little excited about that one. So, Sam Laporta, tight ends. We're going with the Eagles defense off the waivers this week, going up against the Cardinals, and Brandon Aubrey, the software engineer who's like the best fantasy kicker in the league right now. So listen, top to bottom, I'm feeling good about this team. Obviously, it's going to be a tough match against the 1 seed, but hey, anything could happen.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the squad. I will point out that I drove Hudson to the Port Authority bus stop the weekend before he changed the name to LaPorte Authority. So that's pretty funny. But as far as the team goes, I think my keys are gonna be like Brian Robinson's coming off a 3-week, 4 if you include his bye. He's coming off a 3-week injury hiatus. Just to see, I got faith in him. That's all I gotta say. I got faith in him. The wide receiver 2 slot is what I've been struggling with the most. But if he's got those 3 receivers, I've got these 3 running backs to hopefully help me out. Jalen Hurts auto start versus Arizona. This could be huge. Jalen actually hasn't had he's been 22 points every week this season. He hasn't had that I'm gonna go win Tyler this fantasy football game week yet. This could be that week that Jalen Hurts decides that that's the week. So I'm really hoping that. Christian McCaffrey, I will love that man forever after this season. But yeah, if Justin Tucker can, lead the team to victory, that's all I'll ask for. So I'm excited. Definitely scared of especially the wide receiver core over there on the other team. But nothing I could do about my opponent. Just got to play my own game.
Got that right.
I like that.
Taking a look at it, quarterbacks to elite QBs here. Hurts with probably a more favorable matchup. Arizona giving up a boatload of points to Justin Fields last week. Hudson likely has the advantage at wide receiver and possibly tight end as well. But Tyler with the man himself, Christian McCaffrey. Mostert's been great all year. Certainly a more solid running back core. And I like Jacksonville's defense against Carolina. There's no way the Panthers score 30 points 2 weeks in a row. There's simply no way.
Yeah. I'm feeling good about no Jair Alexander this week on the Packers, which will leave a wide open field for Justin Jefferson. Like, that's huge. But at the same time, like, Tyler, you got some good matchups. Like, Hurts against the Cardinals and then McCaffrey against the Commanders of all teams. Like, I can see those guys combining for 70 points. Like, that's an absolute possibility. So,
Yeah,
again,
I agree. I was
don't know.
looking. How is Justin Jefferson against the Jairless Green Bay? Only projected 16 points.
Right?
So
Well, he got Nick Mullins thrown to him, so it's
He
not the
has-
best
who threw for
solution in the
400
world.
yards last week?
He will actually have
Really?
Jaron Hall throwing to him this week.
Oh, he's back.
the
He's not. He's
rookie
not broke.
quarterback.
He's not broken.
No
No,
way, dude.
he suffered a concussion in his one drive.
Yeah.
And after 6 interceptions in 2 games for Nick Mullins, they will be going with the rookie to see what he's got before.
I got to bring Dobbs back. The pastronaut.
Rest in peace, Josh Dobbs, my guy.
I didn't know they were starting the rookie this week. That's pretty tough to hear, actually. He has like no experience.
I'm just saying, if you watched his one singular drive of football, he looked awesome.
Bro.
If it was in
All right.
Green Bay, I'd be like happy and more confident. But the fact that it's in that dome and like, offense usually flies in that dome, and it's a little worrying.
Yeah. And before we head to the next section of the expert picks, I was when I was making my choice, I did it solely mathematically. I was looking at these projections, seeing who I think's going to go over. I think Hurts will go over. I think London will hit 10. But it was Jefferson that made the difference for me. I think 17 is a bit of a low ball, and putting him at my projection, which was right around 23, kind of dumped Huddy a little bit.
If Drake London gets 13 points, I will be ecstatic. I will be happy.
That's asking a lot. Just
It
gonna throw
is.
it out there.
I know.
As we take a look here, our expert picks: Perone going with Tyler, me, Scott, Bridge, Shuby, going with Hudson, mathematically the favorite, but you can't count out the Justin Tuckers.
There's also one thing going for me on this screen. Who did Scott pick? Scott picked Hudson. So there's one thing going for me out here. If all I can say, he's been picking against me all year. He's been telling me my team's trash. He's been telling me I'm fraud all year.
On your
I'm like, dude, I didn't say anything to you. Why are you saying this to me? So, I mean, I'm glad he didn't pick me. That's all I gotta say. I don't need him. I'm glad.
No, but guys, if he started Cooper Kupp, he'd be in the Super Bowl right now.
Yeah, that made no sense because he would have played Hudson first round anyway. He would have been the last seed. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
You got the 2-12 team rooting for you. That's the only one.
Hey, that's all I need. Brown's got my
ball.
back. I'll take it.
He knows ball.
It's because Hurts is my quarterback, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, fuck the Eagles.
I'm sure if Murray sent in a pick, it would be for Tyler. Either 1 for Jalen Hurts or 2 just to say what Scott didn't say. So we can count this as 4-2. On to the power rankings. Huddy, let's take a look here, man. Walk us through it.
Oh, I just thought I'd throw around my opinion for one of our last episodes of the season. Wanted to throw this up here. Just wanted to remind the audience that I got my the Ravens-Niners pick correct. Ravens +6 covered by a mile. I was pretty happy with that performance. So nice little lock that turned out. And they're our obvious number one going into week 17 of the NFL season. Followed closely by the Niners. Niners will be fine. I don't want to overreact to their performance. I think they're the second best team in the league right now. Give me the Lions at 3. Going down to the Bills, a dangerous looking team. Yeah, strong, dangerous Bills team, followed by the Miami Dolphins going up against the Ravens this week. So, listen, anything could happen. But I think those are the 5 best teams in the NFL right now. I think it's hard to argue otherwise. Moving down to our elite tier, Dallas Cowboys. Bad performance against the Bills, but I think they're going to bounce back. They're going to be fine. Eagles and Chiefs, our two Super Bowl picks last year. Both looking shaky right now, looking to bounce back before the playoffs start. And I was tempted to put the Browns above the Chiefs. I mean, like, after this week, I might do it. I don't know. Joe Flacco looking great last night against the New York Jets, an absolute just dog out there. It looks like Tom Brady. It's crazy. So Browns are comfortably at 9, and yeah, I love watching them.
I like what we have so far. When I took a look at my rankings, we were spot on just about for this entire list. So yeah, I like what we got here.
You and I, great minds think alike, Jack, for sure. Nothing too crazy, I think, in the third tier here. Seahawks, Bengals, Buccaneers, Rams, and Jaguars. I think Rams are a better team than their schedule, or I'm sorry, their standings imply. They're right around 500, but they're on like a pretty good tear as of late. It's just a high-powered offense. I love watching them. Almost beat the Ravens a couple weeks ago. People forget that. And Baker Mayfield with a comeback player of the year argument. I've been seeing more and more posts about that. A really good year out of him. I don't know if he's not standout. I've just heard people talking online about how Mayfield has been snubbed of his recognition. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, he may look like the guy in Tampa Bay. Reports he will be likely heading back there next season. They will be rolling with Baker. Cleveland, I mean, sure, you found something here with Joe Flacco, but I bet they may be kicking themselves for that Deshaun Watson deal.
So much cap that you just wasted there on a guy you're not going to play. But well, it's a Cleveland Browns move, so middle of the pack. Nothing too crazy. Steelers, Vikings. From the Vikings a little high for you, Jack. That's
Appreciate you.
how I feel it. Oh,
Oh,
dude, I
boy.
got you. New
You
England
got your
Patriots
damn
with a
Patriots up there.
Oh, come on. Dude, that's exactly where they should be. Quality win against the Denver Broncos. You see that game is
Bro,
in
what is
Denver
this?
too.
I
What is this,
watched it.
Hudson?
It was a good win. I'll give you that.
He looks good. That was a
The
good looking team out
Broncos
there.
who just benched Russell Wilson, and that's the win, and you're putting them all the way up there.
Listen, they're like at like 15, 16. That's where
Dude,
they're
Tommy
supposed to be.
DeVito and the Giants beat you 10-7.
Listen, we got Zappy now. It's fine. He's
Okay. And we got Tyrod now.
Oh yeah, you got
Tommy
Tyrod.
DeVito got benched.
We will
He
revisit
got benched.
that
I thought he
during
was
our
injured.
to-do list.
Nah, you got
Ross
benched.
Taylor, baby.
Listen, I'm keeping my Patriots right where they are. That was a great game. That was a perfect Christmas Eve night game against the Broncos.
All you're
And
doing is tanking your draft pick.
yeah, no, we're not doing anything right. We're not getting Caleb Williams or Drake May, so that's fucking great. But whatever, I'm gonna enjoy the wins now while they're here. The mid AF tier, we know for the Saints, definitely not gonna win the NFC South. They have no chance of winning their division. Pretty mid team there. The Chargers, close game against the Bills, but if you can't win football games, then how good really are you? Packers, Jets, who just look miserable. The New York Jets don't want to be playing football right now. They just want to time travel next season, I think. Followed by the Chicago Bears. So, poverty tier, a deflated Tennessee Titans team, Washington Commanders. Remember when we all thought Sam Howell was a good quarterback?
Yeah, he's not, turns out. He fucking sucks.
Yeah, that ship sailed pretty quick for him. I remember seeing like his stat line for the opening drive was like 0 for 5 and 1 interception.
Yeah, he was leading the league in passing yards at one point, and then boom, benched.
That's tough for him. I mean, that's just tough. I like Brissett though. I
That's
don't
a
mind him.
big percent guy.
Followed by the Arizona Cardinals, another team. They should honestly be moved down in the team draft capital tier. Going purely for draft capital now. Looking to the future, we got the Atlanta Falcons, the New York Giants, and the Carolina Panthers, who I think the Texas high school state championship game had more attendees than the Panthers Falcons game. I saw a post on that online today, and I believe it. That is really sad.
Yeah, apparently you could get tickets for like $5 for like half decent seats in Carolina. It is scary hours for them down there. Sell the team, sell it to us. can combine for like $45 maybe. I think we should do it.
Yeah, I mean, all of our earnings from this podcast, I think, could buy the Carolina Panthers. I'm
All
feeling
in.
pretty good about that. Jack, you and I, we'd be great managers. Are you kidding me? Howie
Agreed.
Roseman out there.
Agreed. Trade for Justin Jefferson, first order of business. It's
I
like
like that.
give away all the draft picks they already gave away to Chicago.
Yeah, those are my rankings. So, hate them. I don't care. They're mine.
All right, and onto the QB list. Not a ton of action here, a lot of crap in the middle of this list. Let's take a look at some of the movers. Up top, we got Lamar firmly at number 2, Josh Allen at 1. Lamar very well, maybe the MVP this season. And I think he deserves it. He's statistically hasn't jumped off the page too much, but if the MVP, my opinion, if it's not Christian McCaffrey, I think it should be Lamar. The Ravens are awesome. They look really good. I did not expect them to manhandle the Niners like that to the point where Sam Darnold had to come in the game. Hence why Brock Purdy slid down. Probably should have dropped him a tier after he threw 4 picks, but he does remain that guy right on the fringe of the dogs tier. In the not too shabby couple of old guys moving up, Joe Flacco, who has looked absolutely incredible, leading the Browns to their first playoff berth in a bit, clinching this early. He looks awesome. I don't know. You guys saw that play last night where he escaped pressure, rolled out of the pocket to the left, and hit Jerome Ford on that deep ball. That was just insane. The level he's playing at after sitting on the couch all season is remarkable to me. A little sad the Vikings didn't make a move on this guy after seeing how good he's been. Joining him is Matt Stafford, who also looks great in these last few games. He looks fully healthy. He's got his full receiving core. And the Rams are looking scary. They look like a really solid team out there. I think they can clinch. I don't know if they can clinch a playoff spot this week, but if they win, it's looking likely for them that they'll make it. And Stafford looks pretty good. On to the shabby tier. Moving up, Baker Mayfield, who has been QB1 since the fantasy football playoffs have begun. Who'd have thought? Baker looks great. Buccaneers look great on offense. I still don't think they're a stellar team, but he's been doing his thing, earning himself another opportunity with these guys. And onto the middle, a lot of bums. Tyrod Taylor coming in for Tommy DeVito. I like this guy. I've always loved Tyrod. He's been maybe the unluckiest quarterback in NFL history with injuries and bullshit, getting benched and replaced. And Tyler, what are you thinking about your Giants?
I mean, we're trash, but like I like watching Tyrod play. Like I agree with you. He's always been good, and like it's not his fault that he hasn't had the most opportunity, but he's definitely like every time he comes in the game, I'm not like, oh my God, this guy's so terrible. Get him off my TV. Like sometimes I say that about the Giants, but he, at least not yet, he hasn't been a victim of me saying that.
Unlike Russell Wilson, who got benched along with these 4 other guys next to him. A lot of changes in the QB scene this week. Jaron Hall coming in for my Vikings. I'm holding out hope maybe this kid's the future, but I doubt it. We shall see. Another BYU Mormon, the heir of Zach Wilson at that school. I wish him the best.
Listen, Jaron Hall's got one of the best receiver cores in the NFL that he's throwing to, so he better put up a good performance. And Jared Stidham, my guy, had a couple starts for New England the past couple of years, a good backup. And listen, I want nothing but success. That's all I want for the kid. I think he came out of Auburn, so you never know with these younger guys.
Yeah, you never know. And we did get word a few hours ago that Trevor Lawrence has been ruled out for this week. So CJ Beathard will be back in there for Jacksonville. He's not awful, but he's not good. And T-Law is the quarterback in my other league for my team that is in the Super Bowl of that league. So I will be going with Geno Smith instead this week. On to our locks of the week, brought to you by ESPN Bet. Hudson, kick us off, my man.
I've been waiting for this line to move all week. It was at 13. It was at 13 and a half. And now it's exactly where I want it to be. Give me the New England Patriots plus 14 at the Buffalo Bills. Listen, I know it sounds unlikely. Some may say impossible, but against a good Bills team. I still think the Patriots can play in tight and cover, especially against a divisional opponent. I always think those games are closer than people expect them to be. Give me my Patriots. Love that team. Not really, but throw money on them anyway. And then sorry, Tyler, but I'm taking the Rams -5.5 at the Giants. I just think, whoever Tommy DeVito's backup quarterback is can't be that good. I know, Tyrod's decent, but I just think you guys don't have anything to play for. Rams do. Those are my locks of the week. And I'd like to add that my dad, Mr. Commish, has been really into betting this holiday season. He's 13 for 15 on his last 15 bets.
What the fuck?
He's on an absolute tear. I mean, this guy, we might have to have him on the show. I've been giving him advice. He's been taking his locks of the week. One of his only losses was Jack, your pick, Colts over Falcons last week.
Yeah, it's my bad, Papa Sewell. Sorry, Jeremy. I'll tip
Yeah, he'll be
when I
okay.
come to your restaurant. I'm very sorry about that one. I did not think Taylor Heineke had it in him.
Yeah, no one did. But no, shout out to the real pro at this thing. We might have to have a little showcase next week. I don't know.
Yeah, the OG himself.
Is it me or do Buffalo and Miami not play this week?
Yes, they do. I was rushing through these. I was just scrolling on FanDuel, and they're the first game listed for next week. Totally skipped over the Pats one, but I threw it in anyways because I'm taking this line now before it moves just in case. But my lock for this week, we'll postpone the second one, is Detroit +4.5 in Dallas. I think Detroit is really good. Dallas's secondary is weak, and they have looked a bit off lately. I would not be surprised if the Lions win this game, or at least can keep it within a field goal. They throw the ball a lot. They're fast, action-packed offense. Yeah, so we'll see. Feel free to fade me though, because I've flopped the last couple weeks. Tyler, you got anything for this week? What do you got starred in your pool with Prod?
I'm actually looking. I think the line that I had was 7.5 with the Giants, and I think I went G-Men, but at 5.5, it would be tough not to take the Rams, because that difference between here they win by a touchdown, they cover, that's pretty attractive. So I can't argue too much with Hudson's on that pick.
Yeah, listen, we have positive records still. We're 20-16 for the season. I think that's pretty good.
FanDuel put out a FanDuel Wrapped for the year, where it shows you all your bets and the ups and downs and everything. I didn't look at mine yet, but my buddy at work sent me his. He made 165 bets this year and is up $8 total. Went through all that stress for $8. Crazy to me.
Listen, the fact that he's up money is, I feel a miracle for most users.
True.
Mine would just be in the red all over.
But hey, if you haven't used your ESPN bet promos, they give out 250 free bets. Well, not 250 free bets, $250 of free bets when you make an account. So be sure to get on that, claim your free money, your free spins on the casino, and cash that bitch out. On to the quote of the week.
Quote of the week, not actually quote of the week. So did something like this last week, but Joe Flacco, name of the NFL right now. Thought we'd look back on his career. He was a rookie in 2008, and in the 2012 season, led his team, the Baltimore Ravens, to Super Bowl 47, which actually a crazy Super Bowl run. They faced the Indianapolis Colts with a rookie, Andrew Luck, in the wild card. Went on to face a Peyton Manning Denver Broncos team and won in double overtime, 38-35. Beat my New England Patriots in the AFC Championship, and then went on to beat the Niners, which, that's a pretty impressive Super Bowl run, I feel like. Anquan Bolden, that's a name that we haven't heard in a while. Had 100 yards and a touchdown in the Super Bowl. I think the Niners' main back, it was Frank Gore. Kaepernick, obviously a quarterback, so just thought we'd kind of remind ourselves of what this guy can do, and a fun little trip down memory lane. So there you go.
True that. And we are about to run out of time here, but gentlemen, thank you. Good luck to you both in the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us this week, Tyler.
Good luck, Hudson.
Congrats, my boys.